Will Sonic Racing Crossworlds be a good game? Is the content worth it? Is everything we've been seeing lately with like the Werehog DLC, is all of that actually worth it, and is this game going to be good? That is the $1 million question within the Sonic community that I've been seeing, and just so much discussion around it, so much to the point where I started ignoring the discussion because of how much I started to not care about what everyone else thought. However, I want to throw my hat in the ring, give my 2 cents for a couple minutes, and yeah. Do I think this game will be good? The answer is yes. I have played the game, I've played the beta. I thought it was really fun. And honestly, it was kind of addicting to keep playing the beta, which that hasn't really happened for a racing game. And not to throw out comparisons, but I'm going to do that anyways. Mario Kart World did not really stick with me. I enjoyed the game, but like there's just a lot of things about it I don't enjoy, and it didn't really stick with me, and it's just Mario Kart. I'll play it when I guess the homies ask to play. But this game, I could actually see myself probably playing it more than Mario Kart. I don't know if it'll stick for me as well, but it does seem like something that is just a bit more exciting because of the flow of the game. And of course, I can always stream it and play with viewers, so that's something to take in mind for myself of why I might enjoy it just a bit more, because you know, a lot of you guys are going to be getting the game and we can play it together. Another thing about this game that I think is kind of controversial, but I also think is not that bad, is the price of the game. It is $70, which I agree, it doesn't need to be $70. However, a lot of games these days are just going to be $70. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, now you need to just accept it because that's the way it is. No, you don't have to, because you don't have to buy it. You can vote with your wallet if that's not something you want to support. Completely get that. Personally, I don't typically support games that cost $70. I can probably count on one hand the amount of $70 games I've purchased. So yeah, with that said, totally get that. But I think the real kicker is that the season pass is $20, and so when they have the digital deluxe edition, it comes with the season pass, so that makes the game $90 if you want that and the season pass. I'm not even gonna hold you. $90 is a lot for a racing game, especially a Sonic racing game. However, though, I think, you know, it being Sonic doesn't really matter. That's just a perception. A game could be built with Nintendo level quality, and if it's Sonic, people are going to think it's worth less. In which I get the reason why, because Sonic games are on a doo-doo streak for a while, so. But yeah, I don't fully agree with that sentiment. I just look at things as products. If it's a good product and it's worth its money, then that's all I care about. But the upside of that season pass, right, is it gives you a lot of characters. I don't remember the exact number, but it's a lot. And plus we're getting, I think, 11 free characters that are like Sega characters. And I think the total roster by the end will be like 56 playable characters, which is kind of crazy for a racing game. And I think Mario Kart World probably is close to that, but they kind of cheated by filling it with like Mario enemies like Goombas and even cows. So that kind of doesn't count, but I guess that counts. But yeah, not only are you getting like 12 or something crazy like that characters or more, I forget exactly, it's more than like 12 or something. But we're also getting tracks and new carts and vehicles through that season pass. So you are getting a lot of content, and I'm kind of shocked by the amount of content this game is getting. And they even said that they're going to continue supporting the game even a year after it comes out. So this game is just going to be getting a lot of stuff. And I think the price tag is still too much, but like it's kind of hard to be that mad about it if they're really proving that they want to add so much to this little racing game. I get it though, we all broke and everything costs too much, so I feel you on that. But personally, it's not that bad. Just don't buy the season pass, or you're not even gonna get all the characters until the season pass is over. So if anything, I suggest buying the base game now and just wait to buy the season pass for $20 later. That's just my suggestion, because you're not going to get all of the content immediately anyways. However, there is pre-order bonus content, which is the Werehog, and that is pretty fire. I can't lie, and I hope that they add him as like a separate thing, like hopefully for free as well, and not like some little $5 pack or something, because that would be really cool. The Werehog is a really cool addition. However, I have one sort of issue with it, in that there's no voice acting for the Werehog from what we've seen so far, which I guess is fine. But, you know, I'm sure some people wanted to see Roger's take. Personally, I would have loved if they just reused Unleashed clips because it's iconic. I don't think it matters too much. So, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Silent Werehog, and I guess the Sega characters will also be silent as well. So, yeah, I would say that's all like the controversy with this game is just the price and no voices for some of these characters. I think that's about it. So, Yeah, in terms of good stuff, I think, like I said, the game is really fun. It's getting supported, getting all this DLC. It's going to be probably getting free updates as well with just like new stuff that they're going to add, I'm sure. And I don't know, it's a fun little racing game. I'm looking forward to it. It was just really fun. It kind of reminded me of F-Zero in some ways with how like chaotic it is with like constantly being near other cars. It's not like a other kart racer where like there's so much distance in between people. It's really easy to catch up to people in this game. However, I guess the other big problem, which I didn't mention, was the item balance, which they have said they've tweaked it. So that's why I didn't really talk about it too much, but that was a huge issue I had with the beta. And hopefully the item balance is not going to be as much of a problem this time. So do I think the game is going to be good and fun? Yes. Okay, you got your answer. Goodbye. Go on with your day. God loves you.